There we go. Now to generate some energy that I don't have anymore. Fucking to do this. Woo.
Sounds great.
All right, what were you about to say, by the way?
Yeah, no, crafting gear, pain.
Yeah.
So, the best gear that I can get currently from Heavensward, I need to do through script. That is, I believe, just the best gear in Heavensward in general. I already got all of the Gatherer's gear, because that was easy, because you just need to gather certain collectibles.
Yeah.
But crafting, you need to craft collectibles.
That sounds fun.
And, well, the cheapest one, in my opinion, is the fishing rod with 2 cedar lumber and 2 mithrite nuggets. And for the lumber, you need 5 cedar logs per. And the mithrite nugget, you need 5 mithrite sand and a mithril ore per.
Yeah.
Just gathering it is a bitch because it just takes too long.
Fair enough.
It's not hard. It's just it takes long. It takes so goddamn long.
It do be like that. Okay, so now to show kind of what, again, I may look absolutely dog shit at the moment because I have basically slept fuck all and I've been living off iced coffees and fuck all food. And
Let's go.
I'm basically as close to a mental breakdown as I've been in the last, like, maybe 5 years or something like that, which is saying quite a bit. Okay, what have I done since then? I've done stuff with the forge, set it up a bit. I have some automation that I want to do underneath, but I can't be asked doing that right now because it's going to be a lot of logistical effort that I would probably prefer to do on camera. I've also upgraded the power flowers to their second to last tier because the last tier does need like a unique recipe set up for it. As well as I've made quite a bit if you look at the stream.
Oh, only a little bit.
However, so Neko, do you see this little pedestal that I have in next to all of them?
Yes, with the watch.
With the watch. The watch of flowing time. So this has a very cute little features to it. If I grab it up, right, it's actually got some really cool stuff. So I can do this and you see like control mode set to fast forward, rewind, or off. If I put it to fast forward and then activate it, let's just have a look at, oh, it's raining so you can't really see it. Oh, you can probably start noticing the fact that it's getting nighttime very quickly.
Yes.
In fact, I'm going to deactivate it and sleep to get rid of the rain just to make this a bit more obvious. The watch of flowing time, it's probably quite obvious, very, very clear at this point what I'm going to show. Is, the sun, it's moving really fast in the sky right now. Isn't it? Well, what if I want it to go the other way? Also ignore the phantoms fucking dying. Or let's just turn it off and it goes back to normal. This augments the time in the world. This is actually a configurable setting, so you can actually get rid of that, which I can see a good reason on a server, for example. However, this also has a unique interaction with things near me. So if you look in the top left, right, we've got the Emc values, and you can see I've generated quite a bit. And I generate quite a bit at the moment. I generate like 270, 250 billion per second. But what if I wanted more? So if I activate this, you can see all of a sudden I'm generating a few trillion. That's because, while activated, this increases the amount of ticks that occur on nearby blocks by 18. Which is quite a bit, because that basically means it's ticking more times a second. than it was before.
Yeah.
If I put this on the pedestal and then activate the pedestal, it acts as if I had activated my inventory. So I have, what I've done is I've left this here with these, and it just generates me a fuckload of EMC at no cost to myself.
That's pretty stupid.
Indeed it is.
So is that watch from which mod is it?
That is from Basic Project E, or Original Equivalent Exchange, and it functions basically the same as it used to.
Do you think the creator thought it through when he added the dark matter pedestal? And is there also a red matter pedestal?
I don't think in the base mod, but there might be in one of the future ones. No, there's nothing that works with it. Yes, that was the intention of it, but keep in mind this was back in a much earlier level of Minecraft where this sort of thing was not, like, doable. You could make your macerators move faster, you could make, like, your general machines act faster, and you could make a power flower work faster. But, like, not by much, because this is a tier 15, remember, whereas what those were tier 3s.
Yeah.
So this was intended, but it was not ever intended to be, obviously, this big of a problem.
That's pretty stupid.
It's very insane. And also, if you're wondering, it's like, oh, well, maybe it's really expensive to make this.
No, if it's meant for Mark III, it's not going to be that expensive.
If I pull up the recipe, look at that recipe and tell me how that's a fucking acceptable thing.
I mean, for, like, the beginning and only base project, it's sort of fair.
Oh, and by the way, Neko, it also has another bonus where it reduces movement speed of enemy mobs.
Let's go.
While also on the pedestal.
Let's go.
And plus, I could make an argument. It's like, oh, well, you could add an EMC cost when you activate it or something like that. But also, Neko, do you think that that's a problem for me? Because currently I have the highest tier possible star that you can get. Klein star. The Colossal Star Omega. Look at that stored EMC and tell me how I fucking care.
Yeah, that 5 EMC per second really changes your perspective, man.
Yeah. Hey, you remember when we had that, like, giant setup underground in the world where, like, we were generating, and we were like, oh yeah, we're making billions of EMC after, like, a week.
Yeah.
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 About 10 trill per second, Nick.
Let's go.
Needless to say, yes, this is a little absurd. I'm going to actually turn this off because, again, I, don't need it at this stage. But also, like, it does increase potential lag issues because it is increasing tick timers, and it can... That's kind of the purpose of these blocks, is that the developer made it so you could make these power flowers like this because these take up less tick rate on the server. So it basically makes your world run smoother than if you had a power flower.
I'm kind of interested in seeing a Redstone Timer because they also work on ticks. Just want to see what happens.
It's actually, you know what? I completely concur. So let's do that. Because I have them EMC'd.
Of course.
So if we do that, doesn't seem to affect it. It might be because it also is a set timer.
Yeah, true. I thought that there was at least a redstone thing which was based upon ticks, but
I think there is a few. Pardon?
Ticker, redstone ticker.
ticker.
I'm not sure. Like, I might just be misremembering stuff.
There's the sticker.
There's the sticker.
But no, there does not seem to be a ticker.
Okay.
There used to be something that existed, and I think there was extra utilities. That was kind of like a Redstone Timer. I think it was called the Redstone Clock. I don't think it exists anymore. No. But it basically that was what everyone used for fucking Tinker's Construct for the longest time. Because that was back when a constant signal did not cause it to pulsate and leave it as basically like an open system. Instead, it was like a one-off. So what you'd do is you'd put a redstone clock on it, and you could put a lever on that, and when a redstone was applied to it, it would stop it. But it meant that it would pace it, and it would let the Tinker's Construct stuff work. It was a really good system. I really loved it.
Yeah, that's what I remember.
Yeah, it was like a block with a red circle. Yeah. So that's probably what you're thinking of. But no, I've also fucked with a couple of the settings for ice and fire, so things should spawn a bit more regularly and a little bit closer to base. However, also by saying things will generate closer to base, I mean I've already explored quite a lot of the chunks around base, so
mob spawn should still be impacted, right?
I'm not 100% sure, because what it specifically mentions is structures. Oh, I also want to because I don't think I've actually shown this before on camera. I should explain how like these power flowers get upgraded quite easily, because there's this thing called the matter upgrade here. So this is really cheap to craft. Well, roughly speaking, it basically just requires a bunch of Mark 1 stuff and some lime dye. What you can do is, if you have a power flower and you've EMC'd into a thing, so you've learned it, the upgraded version of it. So I've obviously got the Mark 15 in my thing. This is the Mark 14. I can just click on it and it will turn into a Mark 15, and it will use EMC from my network to do it. So I can click on them, and there is one problem, and you're just seeing it here. It says you do not own this. This happens every time you relog. I don't know if there's a way of fixing this, but basically every time I reload the world, these are technically not owned by me, so I have to break them all and put them back down, and then I can do the thing. But as an example of how I don't have the next tier learnt, you'll see you must learn Final Power Flower of Mark 16 and before upgrading it. So it's pretty... it's actually really, really solid. I really, really appreciate how they've handled that. But anyway, less about equivalent exchange, because now we've got so much EMC, it's fucking not even a funny joke, and I'm generating enough that I probably don't need to care about stuff for a long time. At this stage in time, I've decided I want to go and start getting those other mods that I have in the pack that I know at this stage. Those are the ones I'm going to target. And I can try and progress with quite far. One of which is very hinted in the title, very subtly, haha, get it, is Botania. Now, Botania is a fucking awesome mod. I think I showed you a bunch of stuff towards it, if I remember correctly, Neko, before in the previous server.
We fucked a bit with it. You set up like that whole arena and everything for it as well.
Yeah, I basically prepped everything myself, and I managed to make it all late game.
Yeah.
It was very absurd.
It was funny.
In fact, I just realized with some of the mod stuff that I have in this pack that we didn't have before, I can make it more absurd, Neko.
Let's go.
Alright, so first things first though. Well, actually first things first, I should probably sleep to get it into different time of day. I've also looked through a bunch of other configs and fucked around and tried to see if there's anything I can do to make the pack 1 more difficult and 2 raise my potential power level later, because again, like, while I may seem absurdly powerful now, like I could go up to a creeper and fucking send it to the moon if I wanted to. Boop. There we go. Very laggy, but hey. I'll also not take damage from it. Why has this spider got strength on it?
Apotheosis sometimes does things like that for.
Oh yeah, that's right. Well, either way, I mean, I still get fucked up by anything from ice and fire at this stage. Like almost all of its like proper enemies will half health me, even through all of this armor.
Oh.
So we need to try and figure out as many possible ways to mean I don't die like a little bitch.
Step 1. Kill dragon.
Killing a dragon would possibly help actually quite a bit. I mean, I'm still kind of in a torn state because I might have to say goodbye to the gem armor eventually.
Yes. Because
ironically enough, while it seems really, really powerful, I don't actually think it scales as well as some other armors, specifically ice and fire, like the dragon steel, I think it is called.
Yeah, dragon steel, yeah. Yeah, I remember that as well from the time we played in the server, that I was preparing for dragon steel. But
yeah, because dragon steel gives like 75 armor and 6 toughness for like the chest plate alone.
Yeah. And then you can also enchant that, and we had Apotheosis as well, which could make things even more insane.
Which, yes, while I could do that to the gem armor, it has a lower base level, which is kind of the point.
Yeah.
If I can basically raise my armor up quite a lot, then it will be good. But also doing dragon steel requires quite a bit of preparation because I will need a pet dragon.
You will, 1, have to kill Mama Dragon and get an egg. Eggs are, by the way, guaranteed as long as it's a female.
Yes.
I didn't know about this. I thought it was 50% rock chat.
Yeah.
Before.
No, I can't remember us talking about that in the past. There's like there was a bunch of confusion around that. But the point is, though, is that they're obtainable and it's not too difficult, but it is also quite a task. As well as I've not found any dragon nests, and finding mama dragon nests of the size that I need to is not going to be easy.
Unless you've got the destruction cat.
Unless I use the destruction catalyst and just destroy half the world, yeah. I actually know it's the catalytic lens would probably be what, because I can just throw it at a distance and blow up half a nation. All right, but we're gonna do Botania for today because I really love that mod and I want to get at least started in it because it can give you a lot of good potion effects, as well as just some more mobility and shit like that. That are it's got a lot of good things that are really, really valuable. And would just be useful to get at an early, like it would be a lot better earlier, but like it would still be pretty solid to get now. So, honestly, I've been using this time to stall to try and figure out where the fuck I'm actually gonna do the Botania stuff. I still don't know because like it actually does require quite a bit of room. As well as, and I've mentioned this in this playthrough a little bit, but I want to stress, I have one key problem that will exist, which is these interdiction torches. While they keep me safe, they do fuck with the lasers from Botania. So the mana spreaders is what they're called, which can cause some problems. And I can probably get up to like the late game of it and actually kill that without too much issue, because I believe we did that even with just gem armor and guitars before.
Yeah.
And like we could cheese it because the AoE thing works on it.
Yeah, we would stand, because it doesn't count as a hostile mob, so
Yeah.
one of us would stand on one side of the arena, and the other at the other, with all kill mode on. And it was really retarded. And just spam it, because then we'd be outside of each other's range, but we'd be able to hit the motherfucker.
Because it has an arena. It's a really cool boss fight. It's honestly like, to the Botania mod developer, you're a phenomenal guy, but I also love cheesing that boss fight because that's one of the best parts. And like the boss fight's really cool, but like it's really, really susceptible to getting like completely imbalanced the moment you introduce other mods to it. So where do we want to make kind of like a garden area? I feel like up would be an interesting idea. Because I think like if I expand off, like if I go off of the side here, it's just going to look real jank because it's already like this area is very crowded. So actually going up like a level and putting it here might be quite interesting.
Yeah, I can see that.
I'm gonna just get some cobblestone as my figuring out tool. So
now just use dark matter blocks as your figuring out tool.
Bruh, I fucking could literally use like some of the most. I'm not even kidding, right? Let's fucking try this out. These are the collector blocks for the fucking Mark 15, and I can just generate these and use these instead.
Yep.
Like, that's how fucking rich I am at the moment. But again, I'm not going to do that because they look ugly, and I prefer to use cobblestone because it's faster to mine.
See.
I think I'll actually make a branch off here. Because it means that it still kind of has a bit of a connection point. And it gives this spot a little bit more purpose. I will apologize now. I'm not guaranteeing I'm going to make it look pretty yet. I'm just guaranteeing I'm going to make an area for it for now. Then prettiness comes later. Okay. Then this way I can add up this pillar here. And then I could also add up this pillar and then make that a turning point over there. Yeah, that works. And then this cuts to this block here, so that's 3. So
Kinky gauge. Well then, the kinky gauge displays the current amount of get on my face. Stupid alert. Kinky gauge displays current amount of kinky summarize accumulated. Kinky slowly builds and summarize played. So 30 successful executions of web skills or.
Oh, you're looking at the samurai now.
The level 52 just reached. I've been using samurai in PvP. It's really fun.
It's such a fucking weird class. But But then again, it's a DPS class, so it's just fucking needlessly complex.
Yeah.
Gotta give the DPS something to do.
Yup. I mean...
They're not gonna do mechanics, gotta give them something to do.
It's painful at times, man.
Bruh, I swear. Like, I love how I keep making that joke. It's fucking true, and that's the problem.
Yeah. Something that bothered me last night, I did an extreme as well. And I'm on 2.5 hours, by the way. Last night I was doing an extreme, and there was a tank, and he just wouldn't listen. He was new to the extreme, he just wouldn't listen. Everyone kept wiping. We spent, out of 60 minutes, we spent 55 minutes. The very last run, we managed to actually finish it. It was pain. Simply because he didn't dodge attacks and shit, he got overcharged and... pain.
Fun.
And then we had some DPSs that didn't do the mechanics that I explained 6 times. If you see a marker on your character, which is hard to miss because it's a marker on your character in the middle of your screen, which is big and red, run to A.
So which fight was it again?
It was Ramu.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I mean, I got the machinist gun and red mage arm out of it because I got both the weapon and the weapon coffer.
Oh.
There was no whistle. I was sad.
Tragic. I mean, it's a % chance to turn up, and we've been pretty lucky with when we were doing extremes that it would come up like just about every time. We were just unlucky because we never got it.
Well, you.
Okay. Fuck you.
I'm still
bitch.
sad that you didn't get it, because it was Ramus, right, that you were super close with, or was it Levies?
I think it was Ramus, because I think...
87,
yeah,
and somebody had 92.
Some shit like that, and I just like, oh, I'll fuck you then. And I think you're the next highest, and you were like fucking 40 or some shit.
Yeah, pretty much.
And I'm just like, cool, fuck me, I guess. Okay,
Hisatsu Shinten. Okay, I guess that's one of those attacks. I'll just have to try it out. HUD layout, move that here.
Oh, pardon me.
Like, no joke, Samurai PvP is so damn fun. Because it's not that you deal a lot of damage, but you can just cancel people, which is funny as fuck. One of the big things is that
fucking contributing to cancel culture.
Yeah. Every class has a barrier that you can cast for a short amount of time where you reduce 90% of all damage. Okay. Like, it is just gone. Very useful, you don't get stunned whatsoever. However, the samurai have a skill which negates the barrier. Yeah. It's really fun, because then, like, people are diving and they're like, oh shit, I need the barrier to get out of here. And you just cancel the barrier. Just no. Fuck you. And another skill that they have, and it's only for 3 seconds, the duration. But you know how some classes have a skill which reduces damage, and then also immediately counterattack. I believe Warrior is the biggest one for that.
Yes.
Yeah, okay. So, for the Samurai PvP, it's not that you counterattack, but you put a status effect on the others. Which, let me see. Reduces damage taken by 25%. And it also delivers an attack. Wow. And attacks delivers an attack with a potency of 2000 every time you suffer damage for 3 seconds. But then it also affects the target with Kazushi increases damage to deal target by 25% for 3 seconds. And then if you look at the limit break, Santensuken, it's a dashing attack that deals a lot of damage to everyone in front of it. But if target is afflicted with Kazushi, deals damage equal to 100% of their maximum HP. So if you do that barrier, somebody hits you, and you immediately ult them, they're just dead. They're just gone. There's no counter.
It's just that fucking, because I've been recently watching, was it Temp 6T, which is that Pokemon dude that does the online challenges stuff and uses like troll comps to fuck people over and get them to be salty. It's just that audio file he uses from the fucking Watchmen movie where it's the boom.
Yeah.
It's just that noise when you fucking do that.
It's so fun though, because like there was a paladin coming at me and he had a healer on him as well, and you just tap him. He's just gone. And then you see the healer run away. Because the healer, is still just the healer. Even though in PvP they're strong, they're not gonna be able to 1v1 DPS.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's really funny to use. Also, it ignores the effects of guard when dealing damage. The ult. It's just something that you can either rush in with and do a lot of first damage, then you use your other skills, which are I think you have 2 other skills which are AoE. And that's kind of how you go about it.
Why not?
Yeah, no, it's just a fun class of like diving in and diving out.
Gotta give the weebs something to be happy about.
Yeah, absolutely destroying people. However, they do have 2 gas timers on their attacks. So that is the one negative.
Oh no, they've got a negative? Oh. Man.
Yeah, it's not that you really use those attacks, but like sometimes you want to use them and then you get stunned and it's like pain.
I just love how it's like, oh no, there's a negative to this class? Man. You know what else is negative? The fucking person you just killed.
Nah, I'm really tempted in using Black Mage in PvP now. Because I've heard that no matter the level of play, especially in like the ranked mode, the Crystalline Conflict, like they are so extremely powerful that that's pretty much all you'll see. Through the lowest to the highest rank.
Oh no.
Because of their recent buff. It's, yeah.
Doesn't the fucking, like, main developer play that? That was the big joke.
Yeah, Yoshi plays it, yeah. I mean, people saw him play it recently, like Crystalline Conflict, Yoshi P, Black Mage.
And then immediately is getting buffed and it's just like,
Now it's getting buffed, yeah.
So, Bro, I'm seeing like my friends playing DBD at the moment. And I'm just like slowly getting more and more tempted.
That's fair.
It's a fun game to play, especially with mates. But like the community for it, I've never met a community that doesn't want to play their game so much as the DBD community. And that's saying a lot. Because like I've been in part of the World of Warcraft community. I've been part of the League of Legends community.
Destiny for like 5 hours.
Yeah, Destiny, Siege. Like, I'm being very serious. I've never met a community as hating on themselves as, like, DBD.
Sounds great.
So, like, I don't think I could ever interact with that community happily. And I'm not saying every player's like that. I've also witnessed enough of that community to know that, like, it's not every player. It's just a fucking lot of them.
Yep. Siege, by the way, 2 days update. Let's go.
Pog. Maybe they'll fix the fucking issues that I've been having.
Let's fucking hope so.
Otherwise, we're gonna genuinely just have to find a new game. There's just no other option at this point.
It'd be pain. It just sucks that it's suddenly as well. Like, there's no reason for it not to do it, and then the game just goes, ha ha, fuck you.
Bro, could you all just fucking not? Thank you.
Use the embers on this.
Bro, when I just didn't pull out the Infinity Gauntlet, can y'all fucking not? Thanos to the Avengers.
Use this thing on the location. Use the smart bombs. Why are they called smart bombs?
Because they're smart.
Okay, go smart bombs. Now what? Okay, they nuked the... Okay. Well, area has been nuked.
Area clear.
Gotta collect the embers.
Ember D's nuts.
Okay, collected bomb ash. Doing B-stripe quests, which are like for the normal classes, not the crafter classes, is weird. Because I finally got them to max rank now, the XL.
Oh, okay. Nice.
So I also have the direwolf mount now.
Or Pog.
It's really damn retarded.
I really should like do those fucks eventually. I've still not like. I think I'm still in the fucking early tiers with the ones from Realm Reborn.
Oh yeah, same. I mean,
and I haven't done anything towards the other ones.
My Amalja is rank 1, Sylph's rank 2, Kobold's rank 1, Sahagins rank
I'm literally
2, Ixal rank 7. And then in Heavensward, you just begin at rank 3. You just begin at 3. Like, why do you just begin at 3? Yeah, I have the Valve. I literally just unlocked them. Well, I say just, but it's like 2 weeks ago now. But yeah, no, I unlocked them and they're already at rank 3. I haven't even done a singular quest for them.
That's a bit absurd.
Dustman Bozu. Bozu, here you go. Have your cucumber.
Okay. Do I think this is enough space? I think this is plenty of space for everything but the arena.
Alright, I still have 6 quests remaining. Time to go to the Sylphs.
Because I'm trying to make a garden, because like I kind of with the stadium that I did last time, like I just kind of went with a stadium design and made it a little naturey on the inside, and it kind of felt a little weird. I actually want to go like proper with it this time. Like I'll make this kind of like my little hanging garden sort of area.
Like hanging garden because the garden is hanging, or hanging garden because you'll hang yourself there?
Honestly, that's right. Probably the latter.
You were in direct need of my aid? Okay, I don't care. You're a Sylph. Your opinion doesn't matter.
Do be like that.
I also need to finish catching a legendary fish in the Realm Reborn, because now my fishing gathering is 702, and what's recommended is 399. Only a little bit higher now.
All right. Again, I'm gonna do the prettying up for this at a later stage, but this should work.
Yes.
I'm gonna need to make a fucking building wand in the near future, I swear. I still haven't made one. It's just not gonna work
Refuse to or just forgot to?
It's kind of one of those things of like, because I've been doing such small scale builds in my eyes, it's just not been useful. Because like, think about the builds I've done and how technical they are.
Yeah.
And how like, how's a building one going to help me with those? It doesn't work well with the stairs and the slabs. And since those are like the predominant things that I'm fucking using, it probably would just be very weird and problematic. And since I'm filling these spaces in with an alternate material, it would also be very unnecessary at that point.
Seven hells, what is this stench?
Yeah, mum. That stench is what happens when I don't leave my office for 5 days.
I love the Garuda soundtrack. It's so cool. It's so nice. Just whenever I jump on that mount, because Mount Roulette, it's immediately fucking... Man, I forgot the name of that music instrument. Holy shit. Churches have it.
Organ?
Organ, yes, thank you. Man.
Nico forgetting his organs as per usual.
Pretty much. Organs, what are those? Brain.
So I'm going to do the weird fucking energy setup for Botania that I did in the previous one, just because I can make it even easier this time. And it's going to be funny. And obviously that doesn't make any sense to anyone that would be looking at this at a later date. Only Neko might remember, but I doubt he does.
Sorry, what?
Botania energy setup.
I somewhat remember, but...
I can do it easier in this way around, just because I don't have to do such a weird convoluted setup underground. But I do still...
Oh, is it the lasers?
Well, I mean, yes, there's that, but like I'm more meaning the energy generation system.
So not with like the mana pools.
That's where the mana goes.
Ah. Oh, you see, my brain doesn't work.
Yeah, I know.
It's an organ I didn't know I had.
Yeah, yeah.
Or I thought I had, I should say. I think.
Okay, so
I can just see you nodding on your screen.
I'm just like, yep. Not gonna say anything. This is the best part is, right, is I wanted to stress to some people that might not believe me on this. Oh Jesus Christ. I forgot that there's interdiction torches there. I am about this animated and emotive outside of streams as well. So like there is a lot of things that typically get missed because I'm just sitting there listening to something dumb as fuck getting said by our group and I'm just like, yep.
Seems about right.
It's about fucking right. All right. Now, I did do one thing that's going to make this really annoying, which is make an even platforming. And I could fix that, but also I can't be arsed. It's too late now. Like, I was thinking about it the entire time, but that kind of shows how much brain capacity is. I can register there's a problem, but I can't solve it. So I'm gonna have to deal with that later. That's for future me to fucking resolve. Okay, so first things first, I'm gonna have to make the very foundational stuff required, which I think I've actually got a Lexica Botania somewhere, if I remember correctly. Is it even in here? Yeah, no, I fucking just threw it into there at some point. Yo, I just love the review on the front. I don't really like it from Krusty Mustard. Fuck you, Krusty Mustard. By the way, I want to stress this is like one of the coolest visual mods there is in the game. Like, even the book opens up when you're actually activating off to the side. It's so cool. So I'm gonna be kinda cheesing Botania because I remember quite a bit of it. As well as, in the nice problematic thing, you have JEI, and JEI actually has integration with Botania, which can lead to some problems because it also means I can just look up recipes in here before I should be even able to know that these recipes exist. God, I love to be able to... Again, Botania is such an amazing mod that gets broken by interactions with other mods. And I always feel kind of terrible for that. It's like I always feel like I'm kind of doing a disservice to the mod by having it existing in a pack, but also I have to make the argument that in that kind of on the developer for not making the obvious decision to go, oh yeah, they're gonna probably cheese this with mods. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna set up an energy generation here and on the other side there, and they're gonna laser onto this spot here where I'll have things there and things here, and they will pipe along and then have my artifice stuff around over here. Then I've also got the Elven portal to sort out later, which I'm trying to remember. I think that's an even block amount because it's 4 across, if I remember correctly. Or is it? No, it's a 3x3. Fuck. Actually, I really should fix this platform then. Oh, fuck me. This is going to be painful.
Yes.
You know what? Because it's going to be so painful, I'm going to make better tools. It's about time I make Equivalent Exchanges end game tools. So, I'm going to need to make... So I'm going to need... I'm just going to do this. Diamond, stack of you, dark matter, stack of you, and then fucking redstone, a stack of you. This may seem excessive, but honestly, it is.
This may seem excessive, but in my eyes, it is also excessive, but I'm still doing it. Fuck you.
Well, it's just like, I'm gonna be real with you, Chief. It's just easier to grab a stack of shite than it is to grab stuff individually. Also, yeah, I'm not EMCing these fucking items, and I will do the redstone one, the red matter ones, but I'm not gonna do the fucking dark matter ones because they're so fucking cheap. and useless to my eyes. So, red guitar. I need... Oh, that's right, shears. Fucking Christ.
Yes, red met de shears.
The worst part is they don't come up here, that's why. Because Apotheosis changes some stuff. As you can see, this is technically from Apotheosis, these shears. They're not, but it says there. Anyway, red guitar. Red morning star.
And now we say guitar, yet I still hear guitar.
You know, sometimes I kind of spice it up and actually do say guitar.
God damn.
Just to fuck with you. That was one time that I said guitar.
Let's go. My hearing, which has filled me, hasn't filled me yet.
Well, no, it fails you, but your mind is shattered. So if you're wondering what the fuck these are literally the combination of these tools. Cool, you're done. So if I actually come out of this fucking disintegrates this shit so quickly. Oh, and I can also delete in an area like that.
Fine gain. This is too high, too high. Adamantite, too high. QK, blood hempen, too high. Fuck. Every item that I currently need to make for like my daily allowance for levels.
Yeah.
Because my levels of my crafters are so high, it's just Shadowbringer stuff now. Which I cannot obtain yet.
It do be like that.
Okay.
Okay, and then 1, 2, 3. Then the fourth one comes out as well. There. I'll fix the rest of it later. Oh, and since I'm doing something on such a large scale again, I can actually justify making a fucking wand. So let's make a fucking building one and explain those, because they're fucking cool. Can I make the top tier one? Because I think that requires just nether star, doesn't it?
I believe so.
Yes. Cheap as shit. There it is. Little nether star. Look at that baby nether star. God, I still remember fucking fighting the wither boss, and I was just like, man, that was a little disappointing, huh?
Yeah.
Okay, Infinity Wand is a really fucking cool tool that does really cool things. As you can see, so what it does based off the block, it will fill in an area, and because this is the top tier one, it does it quite a bit. It'll keep doing it until you run out of that item in your inventory, obviously, as you can see there. There's also an undo button, but I can't remember what it is.
Okay.
Controls, category wand. No. Let's try you. No. No, I have no idea. Fuck this. I'm losing my fucking mind. I swear there's an undo button, and I apologize for not knowing it right now, but I'm also just like on the verge of just not caring. I say on the verge. I just don't care at this stage. There, done. God, that looks horrific right now. I'll fix it later. Point is, now we've made it odd number, which is what we wanted. So the portal will go on this end. No, we'll make it center because we don't need the area for the guardian. So we'll make some crafting over here and then other crafting over there. Fuck.
Wow,
Christ.
that's okay.
So now I need to make a pedal apothecary, which is a pedal and cobblestone slabs. Also, Nico, you sound like you're having a bit of a fucking time.
Yeah, no, there's just like, I'm looking at the legendary fish for the quest, yeah.
Yeah.
And like this one fish, so first you need to catch the Storm Rider, which is very easy. But then you need to mooch the Storm Rider into the legendary fish, which requires the weather chain of clouds or fog into heat waves. And it is only between and it's only during the day, so not night, so that's kinda painful. The timing is just yeah, okay.
Ah, that's why I don't have any in my
Luckily
thing.
there are sites to track that. Let's go. Shoni. So Mahar.
Hog appear to look apothecary.
Mahar.
Oh yeah, by the way, I just want to point out to anyone that's wondering, this shit's gonna be real cheap because Botania actually is really cheap in terms of EMC, which is why you can kind of accelerate really quickly with it. Like really, really cheap. As in, it was basically free for me to set up. I think actually the most expensive part of doing the Botania setup that I had on that server was literally doing the fucking decorations.
Yep.
Like that required a lot of time and a lot of effort to set that building up because it used a shitload of marble. So this is very, very cheap overall. You fill it up with some water and boom, you've got a filled apothecary. I can view the entry in here like this. I should probably make the bone meal, floral fertilizer, dye, and bone meal. I should probably make a... Nah, I can just pull out my fucking Philosopher's Stone. This button. I'm assuming this is shapeless, yeah. Put put that in there, because I'm not going to need it. Get rid of this and this. Blah, 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 blah. Actually, you know what I could do? As you can see, I'm being very smart with my decision making and not lazy at all. That makes me have more problems. That should give me basically everything, right?
I need to obtain more honeyworms, I guess. Honeyworm, hoverworm. Sandleech, sand, gecko, are only stuff. Topwater frog. Do I still have a topwater frog? I don't. Spoonworm.
Making sure I have all the petals in my EMC. There we go. Those are going to be used for crafting quite a bit, as petals. So, I'm not going to be able to make the power generation plant that I want to at this stage. I don't believe I have access to it because I need... Yeah, I think I just saw something that I know I can't get yet. I think I need the portal first. Yep. Elven trade. Do be like that. Okay. What am I going to do for the basic setup? So... Generation flora are really important, so we're going to need this one first, so it's white petals. Three, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then I need some seeds. And boom, we have a pure daisy. Now we do the very simple trick of making the next lot of resources we need. which I believe can be just done quite easily with this stuff. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So by putting these blocks next to the pure daisy, you can see that there's these particle effects. And what they're going to do is they're going to transform. It does it very simply, very easily. And it's going to transform into some stuff that I can EMC, so it's just going to be useless to really do more than this. But you can automate this process actually quite easily with a lot of different things, just block places and detectors and stuff like that. I've done it plenty of times in the past, before I had an MC to make things easy for me. But this is very required for what we're going to do next. I'm pretty sure I did it right. I think it just takes a while and it needs to be daytime. Oh, no, there we go. Yep, see, it just took a while. Be very careful clicking around with the Morningstar and the guitar. Just as a warning, I typically don't actually use these a lot for general practice, because the problem with having such powerful tools is that you've got powerful tools that can basically vaporize your entire base. Oh, that reminds me, there's something I actually haven't shown before. So the gem armor has a lot of little features to it as well. Some of which is why I've been very careful with pressing buttons. So pressing V is what I use for my power up, and Shift V does this. I is this button, and G is the mode switching. So there's a lot of stuff to it. But the thing is, when you've got an empty hand, I believe it's, there it is. Then what buttons was it again? Category. Shift X and R. Those are probably the ones I need. Yeah, so now I've got night vision enabled with the helmet, which is kind of cool. Boost effects. I guess it's just because they're bound to other things. So if I put on N.
Oh.
Oh, well, I can't figure it out. You used to be able to blow up the area around you with gem armor. Like, it would just be a large-scale explosion. I've lost a couple of worlds to that because I did it in the middle of my storage area in back in Equal Exchange 2. So it broke all of my chests. There was enough items on the ground to basically turn my computer into an oven. I could not touch that save file for years until I got a better computer. Then I touched it again and saw what I'd done and fixed it. And I started playing it again. And I thought that was quite fascinating. But yeah, no, be very careful when fucking around with gem armor. I'm not sure how to do it, and I'm not going to keep fucking around with it. Anyway, point is, we've got that. Which again, these have EMCs to them, which makes it just easier, so I don't have to constantly be recrafting them. The next thing I'm gonna want is a wand, but I can't do a wand yet because I need to make a generation flora, don't I? Which one do I go with again? It's just fucking Endo Flame, right? It's probably the easiest because I don't think I can do a Thermalily. Rune of Fire, Rune of Earth. Yeah, requires Altar. So it's either Endo Flame or Hydrangeas, which I don't remember what these ones do. They act as liquid-based passive generators. They suck up any still water in a 3-3 area at the same altitude around them, converting the water into mana. Unfortunately, even though they seem to function fast during rain, their base mana is rather slow. In addition, they decay after about 3 days, making them non-viable for long-term mana production. So they're basically shit. Under the sea. So yeah, it's normally Endo Flames that I think you go with early. Yeah, I can see the one that I would go with eventually. So, Endo Flame is 2 brown, 1 red, and 1 light grey. And then we get some water in here. And boom. Endo Flame. And now for the fact that, yes, again, we can EMC these because the game is very well imbalanced. Again, one thing I actually want to point out, I keep making this joke, I really shouldn't. The reason why I justify being allowed to use EMC with Botania is because I don't use EMC with some things, as well as like some things aren't set up for it, but I could fix that. I could fix a lot of things with that. Botania is just a lot of tedious crafting, because what you saw me make the Endo Flame with, I have to just keep doing that. There is no way to duplicate this flower, as far as I know, easily. So what I basically did was just skip 5 minutes of doing a bunch of this so I could just get enough Endo Flames to do that. There are some parts that are going to get really stupid because of this, but it's also an argument of, well, I'm coming to Botania after I've already got a setup of resources. There's no difference because I've got EMC or not. It just means that the auto crafting doesn't have to be done. I can just grab it from here. Like, even when you get to the pylons, like, again, diamond, mana, and iron. Like, it's not significant. Okay, so I need a... Where is it? Mana spreader, which is gold, living wood, and a petal. Living wood is what we made before. We have the logs. You can see living wood and living rock. 4, 5, 6. And then I need to make some mana pools, which is... I believe it should just be this recipe. Yep. Again, I'm just skipping like very shitty aspects of this system. Oh, that's right. I also do have some mana steel just because you get it from dungeons quite regularly. I'm going to set it up like this for now. Then I'm going to make myself an altar. Which requires some stuff I don't have yet. If I remember correctly, this doesn't burn Alternus. No, it does burn Alternus fuel, doesn't it? Does it? Or is it just coal blocks? What about alchemical coal? Oops. Doesn't seem to. No, it doesn't seem to be burning anything, which means I fucked something up. Does it not like me skipping around?
I miss Steel Rain in Cerberus Bane.
Guess I'm just gonna have to... Oh, no, that's right. I don't need a runic altar for what I was thinking. Yeah, it's fucking just that. What color should we make the wand? A purple petal and a blue petal. We'll go with that. I'm a fucking dumbass. By the way, yes, the petals you choose do determine the colors of the petals on the wand. So shift clicking them binds them to the thing, because that's why they weren't working, is this, they're not bound to a mana spreader. So now they work with Alternus fuel, because I think they do. There we go. So how these work is they basically take the directory of combustibles, and then they use that directory for mana, but it does it from stuff dropped on the ground. And if I pull out the wand again, you can see that this mana is getting sent to this mana spreader, and it's improving these pulls. Now, I'm gonna be honest, I'm being less than efficient with this system for now, but that's also because I just kind of am smashing through a few things on this. What you'll typically do at the start of the game is make maybe a couple of endo flames, generate a little bit of mana quickly, and kind of go like that. Because we're going to need a diamond, and a pearl. So what's in here is the mana that's being generated over here. Just double check that they're all fed. So if I try, yep, we do have enough in there. Not enough for that though. What about in here? Nope. I guess mana pearls are cheaper. So dropping a diamond, an iron, and a pearl into mana pools will generate you the equivalency in the mana department. So mana diamond, a mana pearl, and a mana steel ingot. There we go.
Yeah, well, I'm gonna leave now.
Oh, catch you later. I'll see you tomorrow because I'll be available then, and
oh yeah,
we can watch the boys.
Yes, yes. All right. Yeet.
Yeet. All right, but yeah. So Botania is actually really, really fucking cool for a lot of stuff. Again, like just this alone is really cool. You can change these colors. You can do all sorts of this stuff in here. I'm gonna be cheesing a lot of stuff though. Like the mode is very susceptible to this, and I could make an argument of I'm a horrible person with this. But at the same time, kind of, there's no good argument. All right. So now that we have those basics done, for a altar, am I blind? I saw it was down here. It's moved on to the other page. I need either a pearl or a diamond. We'll just use a pearl because it's cheaper. And then we grab runic altar. Okay, now that we've got a runic altar, we can start setting up for the next stage of stuff. Oh, yeah. So the real difficult and tedious part of this, in my eyes, is these runes. These are really, really essential. to making some of these things that we want, like specifically this. But this one requires portal anyway, which is also a really frustrating effort, because I'm going to need to get Terra Steel, which requires this bloody shite. Again, I'm going to just use a really shitty basic setup for a long time. Actually, you know what? So I'm going to try and keep an eye on these endo flames and make sure that they're constantly producing. Ignore what I'm doing here. This is basically something for later. It's to do with the portal that I keep referring to, because we're going to need a lot of mana for that, and I'm going to, again, cheese opening that just so I can get the basic stuff done. So, what needs to be done now is those runes that I was referring to. So all the basic runes are relatively similar in what they are asking for. Really? So that's actually not EMCable. That's really frustrating. That actually is really frustrating that this isn't. I swear this didn't used to exist. That's going to make things a little cheaper, or a little easier to do for now. When this pool here is filled up, we can probably do the portal. So. Also, there's a lot of references inside of this pack, like a lot. In fact, like some of these cosmetics, like this is this clock eye here is Kurumi from Data Lives Eye. There's I'm blanking on her name. That tsundere girl from Nisekoi. I can't remember. Witch from Madoka Magica. Kamui Eye from Kill the Kill. Hyper Plus little hairpins from Neptunia. There's all sorts. I am divulging at this point though. Point is that this pack is filled with mods, and that's all you need to remember. The reason why I say that is because the Star Caller, that's from Terraria, from memory. Anyway, so we want Rune of Water. So that is Fishing Rod, Sugarcane, Bone Meal, and Mana Steel. Mana Steel, I believe, is consistent in desire across the fucking lot of these. And the other thing that I know is pretty desired is living stone, because you need to put the kind of the recipe of the rune onto something for it to be carved in. That's, I guess, the philosophy behind it. Do I have a fishing rod in here? No, that's easy to make though. It's just stickies and string. And then what was the other thing that water wanted? It was sugarcane and bone meal. You know, one day they're going to change like the fishing rod crafting recipe on you. And I'm going to be completely just screwed. So, put that, and that on there. And yes, this mod is a lot about tossing things on. Now you see that it's got like a little thing with... So put this on and then right click. And boom, rune of water. Goodbye. Rune of fire is nether stuff. So nether wart, nether brick, and gunpowder. If I remember correctly, nether, the brick is just netherrack smelted, right? Yep. It's not too surprising because I don't think that brick's anywhere except for that recipe. Ah, right there you kind of saw what the interdiction torch problem is going to be, which if I do the shift thing in the area of these things, it'll fire it off in some other direction. That's what I was talking about with the interdiction torches. And I will keep referring to that because, again, I want to drill that into people's heads because it's a very accidental thing that could occur where you're like, oh, all of a sudden you're very confused at what your setup might be balked. That's pure and simply what it is. Okay, earth is a mushroom, a block of coal, and some stone. Mushroom, block of coal, and some stone. By the way, this crafting does require mana, as you're kind of probably seeing. Yeah, also that does have a trait of like repeat recipe. Very handy, very nice of them to add that. My counterance is also still just pure and simply, man, it's still a lot of work. Really, I don't have carpet. Fucking learn. That's mildly disappointing in myself. Feather. And what was the other thing for air? String. But yeah, that's what's happening right there. As you can see, there's the mana being sent there. Okay, so this is where we get to the next tier of runes, which, so there's 3 tiers in total, I believe. Yeah. The first tier is just the base elements. Then the next tier is the seasons, and then the third tier is the sins. Because you can see here, this requires, it's all very combination based, and it makes a lot of sense in some regards for some stuff, but it's very silly. A sextant. Hell yeah. I would go for a sextant right now. Okay, so we want spring. Spring is water and fire and 3 saplings and wheat. Whoops. This is using up a lot of mana, I should add. Which isn't all that surprising. But I am also generating a shitload of mana with that stuff over there. Again, if you're willing to wait longer, this process is very easy, but I'm just kind of I'm very much taking the ham-fisted approach because it's just, I'm not here to wait. I kind of want to get to an Elven Gateway before I stop today. Oh, and by the way, I do have to be a little strict with my stopping today because, I have my uni work that I'm nearly done with, and once I'm done today, it's done. Okay, so we've got the spring one done. Now to do summer, which is earth and air. It's 2 sand, a slime ball, and a melon slice. Earth, air, slime, melon, and sand. By the way, you do for these ones get these runes back, I believe. I'll double check that here. So if you're doing this in a much more simple way, yeah, you get them back so you're not kind of screwing yourself over too much. Autumn is fire and air, leaves and a spider eye. Don't have leaves. That can be fixed in a quick second. So these also count as shares now, because the sword, because of the stuff we did. So thank you for your kind donation there. Okay, so we've done autumn, now it's winter is the last one, so that's water and earth. With 1 wool snow block. Snowballs. Do I have snow in here? I do not. There is a snow biome, though, to my... this way. No point in taking any struggle. This is also spade now because of the combination. So, pure and simply, need snow. do that first and then... Boom, nice and easy. I'm kind of surprised I didn't need snow yet. By the way, that is actually just wasting mana when I do that, but it is kind of cute and funny. Okay, where was I? I was doing winter. Oh, game. Game. There we go. Cake. That was the other thing I was missing. Do I have cake? I don't. Oh. Of course. Don't have milk buckets either. I have everything else, I believe. Yeah, see? I've got an egg. 2 sugar. 3 wheat. Then I'm just going to grab a bucket and go on a quick hunt to find a cow. Or cows. Let me milk you. You're a whole lot of sheep. That's a horse. Don't want to milk a horse. That's some pigs. Ha. Let me milk you. Yes. I will agree, if you're wondering, that does sound really fucking weird. That cake's going to become useful later for Botania as well. And then what were the runes for it? Water and earth. Boom. Bazinga. Okay, then after that's mana, which is really absurd in some regards, but not for us. Pearl. 2, 3, 4, 5. This. So that's the Rune of Mana. And now it's the 7 Deadly Sins, which it's relatively just straightforward. I might do those off camera. Because I don't believe... No, I do need it for that eventually. But we're also still fucking ages away from doing this. Does that work? Yeah. Yeah, see, so this is where I point out that these blocks do actually like work with kind of like if there's a block in front of them they will stop. And line of sight is basically what dictates where the mana goes. Okay. Probably should make this. Oh, pardon me. That's what's next, required in the next step. But I don't know if I've got, like, a great amount of mana for doing it. Also, do I have... I don't have sparks yet. They're... Oh, yeah, they're just a crafting recipe. That's not too worry, then. Okay. I just need to keep an eye on these. As I said, I would like to get the Elven Portal done today, but I'm going to be perfectly honest, especially at this rate, that's not happening. I would have to do a lot of work right now to enable doing the Elven Portal today, and it would basically be like filling this entire area with endo flames and just burning through so much to try and get there, and that just sounds like a lot of tedious and annoying work, more so than I'm willing to commit. Trying to think. I mean, I could. Because like, I still don't know, like, where do I want to hit the portal? I'll probably have it in the center. Oh, hello. Weird. But yeah, I'll probably have the portal in the center later. I'll set up a very temp setup for now in a little bit. Hello. You know what I should test out as well is this fuel. Can I make a block with this? I can. I'm wondering if that works. Because that's a long burn time. You know, I can probably just remove this altar for now. So does that burn? Oh, that's perfect, because that's just going to burn for forever. Cool, that should all be bound, so should... Oh, whoops. As can be seen, there is a bit of a delay on everything with it. Cool. Okay, let's make a spark. Blaze powder, golden nugget. And 2 petals. No mattering on color. Okay, and then craft a spark. Grab 2 of those. And then we're going to craft the platform. Or plate, sorry. So we need an air rune, a water rune, a fire rune, an earth rune, and a mana rune. Then we've got the mana steel in our inventory. Now we need lapis blocks. I might as well quickly teach that to the system. So what is the setup for this again? Living stone. Yes, by the way, you can do this, and it's fucking awesome with the multi-block structures from this, is you can make a ghost form of it, and it will show you, as well as it has a bar up the top that basically tells you how far you're along with everything. So, this is where some really weird stuff starts coming in. This is used for devices, these sparks. What these sparks do is they link as a network with each other, and it means that some tools like the plate here, I'm going to try and say that, can connect to this pool. So what we're going to need next is a diamond and a pearl, and then also a mana steel ingot. Just going to clean up my inventory for now. Now, do be careful, because this requires a lot of mana, as you can see, to do this. You go too close to this, you'll pick stuff up. It doesn't have a protection around that, and if you do, that means that you've lost all of that mana that you've just spent doing that. As well as you can see it slowing down to a crawl, because that's how much mana we used. You also have a timer on this because, again, item despawn timer of, I think it's 5 minutes. If that goes off, you lose those items and it resets the craft. By the way, I'm being really naughty. I'm drinking a Kiwi drink called LMP. It's fucking the only fizzy drink I can even stomach at this point, because it's not too sweet. Like shit like fucking Coca-Cola or Sprite just tends to make me feel very ill because of how sweet it is. Not much of a sugary person. I'm very bitter and I like bitter things. Like, hot take, I had Pepsi Max recently and that just tasted like burp water, like with a really shitty flavor. Flavored burp water. It's not even felt, it tasted carbonated, it just tasted like fucking burp water. Can tell that I'm not a avid lover of fizzy drinks from that, can't you? It needs, just only needs a little bit more mana. I'm gonna quickly double check if I've got any things, but I'm pretty sure I never was picking them up. Yeah, it would show up right now. Those, I know I've passed them in the dungeons. If you're wondering what they can be used for, is a one-off, expendable amount of, burst mana, if you put it into these pools. They're very, very useful for the initial stage if you have already pushed far along, but you can't craft them, you can't even see them. They're very useless otherwise. God, it's so close. What's worse, by the way, is I need still a shitload of mana after this to do the portal. God, it's so close, because once those orbs that you're seeing floating around get to that center point again, that means I get my Terra Steel. And Terra Steel is EMCable, so that becomes useless and redundant. Can I even look up the recipes that thing gets used for? Yeah, it's just Terra Steel. Oh, come on. By the way, you can tell that it's close to being done because it changes from blue to green as the coloring, and it's very vivid green. Come on. Come on. Come on. No, it hit the timeout. The items despawned. Now I have to wait for the things again. That's so pain. And again, that uses like... Does it actually say how much mana it uses? A full pull. This full. By the way, the weakness these spreaders have is they can only send mana after the... beam has got there. So you kind of want to keep short overall distances. You know what? Let's take this to the extreme, shall we? Yes, I can do nothing about it. Speeding up from that block. But I can speed up the flower. So that's too much. Can handle 18. 32. Can handle 32. What about 64? That's when it starts stopping. So 32. I think it's just gaining from this pull. Switch to the mode. Whoops. Again, this setup I'm doing right now is not supposed to look pretty. In fact, quite the opposite. Does that work? Yeah, it does. This is about function over form right now. I'm trying to get as much possible mana exported as quickly as possible. Whoops. And that, good sirs, is why you be very careful with what buttons you have pressed when you switch between your things. That's painful. Did I lose anything else? No, I don't believe I did. That's hugely painful. Okay, yeah, no, I'm... that's very irritating. Especially with that setback, there is no way I get it done today. I apologize. That's my bad. I literally warned earlier today about, like, making sure you don't fucking misclick with these fucking tools. And then I proceed to misclick with the fucking tool. 'Cause I'm a tool. God damn it. What time are we at? Oh, we're at 2 hours. Okay. So you see what we'll do is I'm gonna stop here. Because again, I need to work on my uni stuff. When we come back, I will have enough mana. We'll do the Terra Steel, and then I'll open the Elven Gateway. I can promise that. I've got a lot of tricks up my sleeve for some stuff in this. I won't do any of that off camera because again, like I want to show the Terra Steel inception. So what I'll try and do is once this pool is filled up, we should be able to do that. And then I'm going to try and hope that enough of this stuff buffers up. So this pool, and this pool all kind of buffer up at least a little bit. And then we'll do stuff there. I don't think a lot of people just understood what the fuck happened there. I died. I just thought it would be fine if I just fought him. Ah. He's epic. Oh. Okay. He definitely did a lot of damage. Okay. We'll use that as a show of how weak we really are in the grand scheme of things, shall we? And end off there. I'm fucking terrible. That motherfucker basically just one-shot me. Through pretty okay gear, mind you. But like, this shouldn't be one-shottable. That was only iron epic gear, not like netherite epic gear, which I've fought that before, the Enderman, and that I've always cheesed. I've never been like that hard one shot, I feel, in my entire life. Okay. We need way more survivability. Yes, I remember you give some stuff. That gives some stuff. So you, and here you got the Botania potions. I'm just really kind of gobsmacked with that, I have to say. That really caught me off guard. That really caught me off guard. Okay. I guess I might not need to tune the difficulty. I think there's things out there that can just kill us and not care. I might see if I can tweak some stuff with Apotheosis. In terms of maybe like the spawn chance of those sorts of things, because that was actually, it's got a fairly low spawn chance. I'll do that right now. I'll see what I can do towards Apotheosis config. Well, when I say I'll do that right now, I'm pulling it up now, but I'm going to do it off stream. Ah, you can't config and open mods folder. Okay, you can play with stuff. Alright, I'll have a read of that stuff later. Tomorrow will be whatever I feel like at the time. I'll be perfectly honest, I have no idea what I'm going to stream tomorrow. And you'll find out when I figure it out tomorrow. Worst comes to worst, I might do Minecraft, depends on how I'm feeling. Outside of that, I have no real intentions or ideas. Besides that, that will be, yeah, that's basically everything. If you've enjoyed this video, a like and comment would be very much appreciated. It helps with getting the video seen by the greater algorithm and has biggest support you can possibly do. Tell me below if you have a specific mod that you'd like me to try out, or one that's already in the list of things that I've got there that you're almost hankering to see someone play around with. I'm more than up for doing that sort of thing. I did that with Ars Nouveau in the previous iteration, and I can probably actually upgrade Ars Nouveau, and I can go down that a bit further and play around and figure out some stuff with that. Maybe next time. Again, I'll work on Botania for now. I'm going to try and get to the in-game stage of that, but I have I'm not 200% where I'm going to go with that. At this point in time as well, so I'm about to basically become jobless. I'm applying for jobs and stuff like that, but once today's over, I've got a lot of free time on my hands, so I'm going to try and stream a fair bit more often. Dependent on the schedules that I have. I will possibly be streaming in the morning, and I'll probably be streaming at least once every day for a while. Shut up, doctor. Besides that, yeah. So, going back to my spiel that I normally do. If you did enjoy this video, a like and comment would be very much appreciated. It helps the algorithm. If you want to see more of this kind of content, subscribing would be also very much appreciated, but again, don't have to if you don't want to. Besides that, thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I hope to see you again another time. Till then, yeet. I should really figure out like a music thing for the end of here, because it's kind of just eerily quiet. I can do that tomorrow.